Hi there, you're at the Bitcoin Cash session with Wyckoff analysis. So last week we put in a chart saying, hey, is the buying climax already in sight, and is automatic reaction going to happen? And the chart tells us, indeed, it already, both stages already is happening or has happened. So the buying climax, definitely. The thing here is, if we look at the chart, one very important thing, I might have mentioned it in the past weeks, is the declining level of the buying climaxes. So back in March last year, December last year, and now in July, August, one peak is lower than another. So if you are seeking to invest in Bitcoin Cash, that means you will have a diminishing return, probably compared especially to Bitcoin. So here, given now the candlestick is heading towards the automatic reaction point, one question to ask is, how deep would this go? Interestingly, for the past two distribution cycle, both automatic reaction ended up around this orange line key level. So the orange currently stays at 450. So would this time be the same, that the automatic reaction comes down to the orange and finds support there, and then eventually gets to an LPSY? That means the last point of supply, a little bit of rebound, like getting close to the 530 key level, and then eventually comes down. Would it repeat the exact same pattern? That would be very interesting to observe. If it does, it's like the Bitcoin Cash has a turkey, 3 times 3 strikes in a row. That's a highly possible scenario looking at what's happening right now. However, if you look at the volume bar as well, those aren't very high, not very tall volume bars, even though it seemed to have a bit of selling. So this time, it'll be interesting to see, would it exhibit a second test back to the level of 615 or even an upthrust at that level, at or past that level, because that was where the previous buying climax was. So if we compare these red volume bars here and these long red candlesticks compared to what we are having right now, this volume bar here and this shorter candlestick, hopefully it continues that way. That's good news for the bulls, that there may be an upthrust coming. If it doesn't, like if it comes down for the automatic reaction, low point, and then rebound and eventually dies down, well, that's good news for the bears, and it may enter a new accumulation. It can be very short. The accumulation last time lasted for just 91 days, just 3 months, before it has another distribution again. So that's the big picture for Bitcoin Cash and daily. Previously we put in these tags. Is it going excuse me, heading to automatic reaction as well as a second test? Given the nature in a daily chart, I'm not sure. It seems like it has already happened, unless we're trying to see whether it will come down to the yellow key level at around 530 for the automatic reaction, just like last time. Last time actually it went so deep to this green line level. As of this moment, it's not there yet. The volume, the red volume, doesn't seems like it's getting there. Last time the red red volume bars were way higher. So, but that still gives us a reference. It better find support at this yellow key level, that's 530, and then it can come up to test the second test level. Last time it didn't reach the white line, that's about 580. It ended somewhere below. So that's two scenarios I'm talking about. One, come down for automatic reaction, low point, back to a second test, and then eventually come here. But if in the weekly there would be an upthrust, then likewise in the daily it would come up to test the green as well. So it all depends on the demand in the next week or two before we come back to Bitcoin Cash, because if it really comes down and bounces up very quickly, even for the weekly, to this 615 level, well, weekly may take a little longer, but in the daily it may already recline to the yellow level. So that's a good sign, as well as there's a second test if we ever catch the rebound. If not, if in the weekly it continues to come down to the orange level, what it means for the daily is just the same. It comes down for the orange for the automatic reaction. That means it's even deeper than what happened back in December last year. So lower peaks, even lower reaction points, it means it's, like I said in the beginning, some form of diminishing in terms of your return if you are investing for a price surge upwards. So given all these levels as well as the stages of Wyckoff, I think let's be prudent about this for the time being. If you are a bear, you may have an advantage. If you are a bull, it's not the end of the world yet. There's still a chance for Bitcoin Cash to go up to retest some key levels. So